Paul, thanks for joining us. How on earth did you not win that game tonight? Because you had so many opportunities to pick up all 3 points.
Yeah, unfortunately we probably weren't our sharpest in the box, possibly. Missed a couple of penalties, had a 100% another penalty, which we didn't get. Hit the bar, made the keeper made some saves, controlled large parts of the game, although Morecambe did have a threat, and in fairness you can play anyone, they're always going to have a threat, but defended quite well. It's just disappointing that, I appreciate everyone who's made the real effort to come, because I know how far it is in getting back at stupid o'clock, that we didn't finish with a winner, which would have gone down as back-to-back wins and cheered everybody up. But unfortunately it's 2 points dropped or 1 point gained at half time. If you'd offered me it, I'm not sure I'd have took a point and we were going all guns blazing, but that 1 point at the end of the season might be a great point.
The penalty in the first half then, James Collins, I would have put my mortgage on him scoring, given the form he's been in for you guys. What were you feeling at that moment?
Yeah, well, I did expect him to score, obviously, because I back him in everything he does. He changed his side. He normally goes the other side, but he changed his side and the keeper's made a save. So, I'm not blaming. I was the worst penalty taker ever, so I'm not blaming him. It's just disappointing because it's a good chance to take the lead, and then you might go on to score 2, 3 and 4 and control the game handsomely. But it wasn't to be, and it made us chase it, which is always awkward. We then get our foothold back in, and Sibbs takes his goal really well. We miss another penalty with Didsey, which is disappointing. And then the lads did everything they could to try and score. It wasn't through a lack of effort or anything. I can't but admire them for that. It's just that, a couple of times we make mistakes and we get counted on. So their goal came from us giving the ball away in the middle of the pitch. Cash could have been sent off, really. I think we got away with one there. I think he could have been sent off, and that came again from in the middle of the pitch. We give the ball away, and if we play with wingers and we play like a 4-2-4 and we're brave, we just cannot give the ball away in that part of the pitch, because you're going to get counted and you're in trouble. So that's the disappointment for me. 2 times we got punished, but generally I thought we performed well enough to win a game away from home.
Do you feel that you could make life easier for yourselves with the answer that you're giving there? Is it just those decisions, little moments where you could make it so much more easy on the pitch, which I know is easy when you sat watching it?
Yeah, well, my honest opinion, and it's difficult because I don't want to hammer the dressing room. I just think that we were having success getting it out wide, getting past them, putting balls in the box, and then it's like it felt like we get bored of that. We'll try a different way to try and score, but you don't need to get bored of it. You just need to put better quality in the box, and the chances will come. So that's my frustration a little bit. I mean, I'm only saying it while I'm emotional. I'll watch it back and I could be wrong, but that's my honest feeling now, that when we did get it out to Dobbs smoked him all over the place. I thought Nat was smoking him first half about 15-20 minutes, and then he didn't get the ball for 15 minutes, which is just get it out in the middle of the pitch, get it wide. We've got unbelievable wide players, attacking threats. It sounds awful, but get the ball to the best kids, and they were having great joy, and I just thought we overcomplicated it, tried to play sweet little balls inside the pitch, and we were losing it, we were getting bullied. And I just thought if we'd have kept it to the game plan, I think we would have created more chances to give ourselves a chance to win. Doesn't mean you've got to score them. I just think you just give yourself an opportunity to win.
Do you feel that it's a point gained, or do you feel it's 2 dropped there? Because you talked about averaging, I think it was 2 points a game. You're sort of edging towards that sort of total if you got 4 points from your last 2 games.
Edging towards it we are from the last 2, but the game before that we lost, so we're nowhere near it. So. And in fairness, we're playing catch-up as well. So, look, at the end of the season, this point could get us 6th place. Who knows? But, we're trying, and I was trying to put a marker tonight that, I know, because I've been in this league before, that if you're one of the top teams at home tonight watching Derby play away at Morecambe, you see Derby win and they go into 6th, you're thinking, oh, here we go, they've got to get it right, and it sends out a bit of a message. I thought our performance was enough to win, but unfortunately wasn't to be.
So we go back home, and then it's all the way down to Torquay on Sunday. You've got such a slim squad anyways that you can't really do much in terms of rotation, can you?
No, 0. And in fairness, we haven't got a plethora of options on the bench that doesn't. It sounds awful, but doesn't make the team weaker. Yeah. You want to make changes for changes, fresh legs, similar players. So, for example, if I took a Dobbin off and put a Will on, they're virtually the same player, which is good. And then, we've got a lot of players who will have a good career, but probably aren't ready to come into a competitive arena like this just yet. So it does limit. I like making 5 subs. I like changing 5 players, give fresh legs and have a right go. And unfortunately at the moment we can't. So it feels like our first half performances are normally quite fresh, and then as the second half, proceeds, it feels like we just don't finish the games as strong as I would like. And in fairness, more mistakes are made in the last 15 minutes than any part of the game. And there's many teams at the top who have nicked late winners, 89th, 92nd minute, because they're still striving. I just didn't think we possibly had enough goal threat in the last 10, 15 minutes of the game. Like, it would have been the best sub of my career if Will would have scored. As soon as I'm thinking this is going to be unbelievable, that was a reasonable chance for a very good footballer. In the same way, when it sat to Tomo, a very good technician at the end, I'm thinking just hit the target, you've got a right chance, and unfortunately it didn't go in. But I can't criticise the lads' efforts, I cannot. We just need to keep helping them and need them to keep believing that, look, you're not going to win every game of football, I understand that, but I thought we'd done enough tonight to win.
Just lastly, away from football, if you like, you guys are raising money for prostate cancer this month. We've put something out on Twitter today. I think you're knocking on £1,000 raised already, which is a tremendous effort from the Derby supporters. Yeah. Just explain why you feel that this is such a worthwhile cause to really get behind, because it looks like a lot of people in football are getting right behind it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've been doing it for years. We've done it for the last 6 years. So, every day you can do different distances and that. Even my wife's doing it this year. She done 5k today. Luckily, she hasn't moaned about it. But we just do 5k every day because, supposedly 1 in 2 of us get cancer. And it's a big thing for men, obviously. And we're just trying to raise awareness and raise money. So I've done it every year for God knows how long. It's 5k isn't a lot for us to run. I say that, it's nearly killed me today, but it's on my days off, which I find hard. The Sunday morning getting up. The positive thing is my dog gets in unbelievable shape. He could do with losing a couple of kilos, so he'll be running first thing in the morning. And loads of clubs do it, and it's like a nice sort of, not a prostate family, that doesn't sound right, but there's loads of people trying to promote it all around the country with their football teams, and we've raised more money every year. So it's a good cause. Some can bike. I mean, like Andy, my goalie coach, ran today 5k, and believe you me, it's a long way for him. So for those who already sponsored us, thanks very much. I'm going to have to get my brother to sponsor and everyone I know, but it's a brilliant cause, obviously, and I think as you get older, cancer affects more and more of our family members. When you're in your early teens, 20s, you didn't, not really, and now all of a sudden it affects my family and everybody. So please get behind it or try and do it yourself.
Lovely gesture. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.